Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. It looks like Courteney Cox has not yet been signed on for Scream 7. Why is that? We shall talk about that in just a moment. Before we get there, a few things for you to do for us. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so please hit that subscribe button. All right then, Courteney Cox hasn't officially signed on for Scream 7. Feels like it's getting pretty late in the game here. This movie's been talked about for a long time. It's kind of surprising. We know for certain that the upcoming Scream 7 will center on the return of Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott, but will Courteney Cox also be returning to the franchise? We had heard back in March that Cox was in talks to join the cast of Scream 7, but the actress reveals in a new update this week that she hasn't officially signed on at this time. I am not officially signed on, Cox tells Variety. I'm not, but there will be a Scream 7. Courteney Cox adds in the same chat, they're rewriting all the time, suggesting that her character's involvement is unclear and up in the air at this moment. Stay tuned for more. Cox's Gale Weathers has been part of the franchise since the very beginning. All right, so I don't think this is entirely that surprising. I think she's sort of a foregone conclusion, so they're probably going to wait to the end to ask her. Obviously, the big centerpiece here is Neve Campbell's return. So, is it possible, perhaps, if they don't want Courteney Cox at all? I think that's unlikely. I think being one of the few survivors since the beginning, fans want to see her, and they're going to oblige and give us her. On the other hand, I've been thinking that as much as Neve Campbell is the center of the franchise, in a different way, so is Courteney Cox. And I wouldn't be opposed to, at some future date, doing a sequel, maybe her last sequel, and have her as the main star, even if Neve Campbell by that point is dead or has moved on from the franchise again. I do like her character. She's always sarcastic and strong and cynical, and she never quite played the victim in the way that Neve Campbell always sort of flirted with. There's always this thing with Neve Campbell where it's about, for a long time it was, I was victimized, but I became strong. Here I am. And there's not a whole lot more growth that can come from that. So I'm hoping that at a future installment, we get Courteney Cox as the lead and have her really broken down and demoralized in the opening act, and then make it about, her getting her fire back and, having to overcome and survive, or perhaps do something selfless to save someone else. I think that would be a good character arc for her, possibly wrapping up her involvement in the franchise inevitably someday. But you try to keep a character like her around, having so few of the originals back in any sort of organic way without, bringing in supernatural elements and flashbacks and all of that. So yeah, what do you think? Will Courteney Cox sign on? I believe so. I don't think there's anything to fear here if you are a Courteney Cox fan of Gale Weathers. But let us know in the comment section below. Until next time, keep it creepy.